Are we going? Yes, I think so. So, this morning for this, good morning, everyone. For this morning, we will try to go over the ratio. Okay, the answers on your um, number 51 to 100. Okay, the succeeding rationalization or the answers will be given by the different CIs later on. Okay, so let's try to go over it. Please mind you pala no that this video is uploaded in YouTube. I will be sending the link later on, okay? So that you can actually um, watch it anytime. So eto na, number 51. Why do nurses use physical assessment skills? Of course, no-brainer naman yan, ano? That is to enhance nurse-patient relationship. That is very important, ano? So that the patient will have confidence in you. So letter A, that is correct. Letter B, a certain baseline data. Of course, we need to have a baseline data so that we will be having a basis if the patient had improvement. Okay, like for example, temperature. You need to get a temperature, baseline temperature, so that you can assess or evaluate whether your interventions regarding hyper or hypothermia is successful or your goal was met. So that's why baseline data is very important. Improve your assessment skills, of course, ano? Since you're still baby nurses, medyo you are not into assessment skills yet. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, uh, physical assessment is very important for you to improve your assessment skills. That's why the answer here is letter D, all of the above or all of these. Okay, and number 52, which of the following is a critical observation and mostly frequent use assessment technique? Of course, inspection yan, letter B. Inspection yan, using your sense of sight. That is according to Jarvis, ano? Sa book niya nung 2012. What else? Ano pa? So number 53, the healthcare professional to consider while interviewing the patient? Okay, privacy. Okay? Privacy, confidentiality. That is one of the vital factor in interviewing, um, in considering the patient. So hindi, although culture is important, but privacy is more important. Okay, privacy and of course the confidentiality. So that is letter A. Number 54, Nurse Eugene let her patient drink sip of water. What is he assessing? Ha? Ano pong ina-assess mo dyan? Your the patient is the patient is sipping water, di ba? If you swallow, the tendency is your thyroid gland will move up and down. Now, during your inspection of your thyroid, you need to check whether the the thyroid gland is moving up or down. Okay, kung hindi mo makita, you cannot see it through your naked eye. Of course, you try to palpate it and you let the patient swallow or sip water. Okay, so that you can see whether the patient's thyroid gland is moving up or down. Okay, number 55, Nurse Mina Las is aware that she needs to use the pag visual acuity. Of course, Snellen chart. Visual acuity, Snellen chart yan. Ha? Yung ginaganon nyo, yon, you have your different letters. That is to check your visual acuity. Pag pen light, you are checking for the accommodation. What else? You are checking for the reflexes of the pupils. Does it dilate? No? For your ophthalmoscope, you are checking the blood vessels into the eyes, di ba? Letter D na the gaze of 6 cardinal directions using the cross or H pattern. Diyan ginagamitan nyo yan. You are using pen, di ba? A pen light. You're doing like that. Yan, yan, ganyan. Okay? So the answer there is letter C. Number 56, the nurse must verify the client's identity before doing physical assessment. Which of the following is the safest way to identify the client? Okay, number 56, the nurse must verify the client's identity before doing a physical assessment. That's important. Which of the following is the safest way to identify the patient, the identity of the client? Okay, ask the client's name. B, check the client's identification band. C, state the client's name aloud and have the patient repeat it. Letter D, check the room number. So the answer there is letter B. The identification band is the safest way to know the identity of the patient, whether he is conscious or unconscious. O, di ba? So the patient, if the patient is not conscious, the patient cannot repeat. Di ba? Ask the client his name only after you have checked the ID band. So first and foremost, you need to check the ID band and ask the client's name. But in our case, usually in BGH, if there's no ID band, directly go to asking the client's name. But ideally, you should ideally, in an ideal setting, the answer there is you check for the ID band. ID band, nasa wrist po yun, yung ID band natin. Number 57. Resonance is best described as yan, sound created by air-filled lungs. So resonant. So if for example, in your lungs, it is normal that it is resonant. Okay? That is letter A. Short, high pitch, and thudding. Kanyan, that is yung tympanic. Okay? Drum-like, para siyang dull yan, dull. Moderately loud with musical quality. I think it's a bit more of tympanic pa rin yan. So your answer there, number 57, is letter A. Sounds created by air-filled lungs. Number 58, which is referred to as extra sound that originates in the lung and airways? Which is referred as extra sound that originate in the lungs and airways. Airways po. So the answer there is yung ating adventitious sound. Extra sound that originate in the lung and airways is referred as your adventitious and are always abnormal but not always significant. Okay? Yung mga abnormal natin na talaga is your crackles and wheezes. Okay? So, crackle, these are high-pitch, discontinuous sound similar to the sound that produced by rubbing your hair with your fingers, also known as rals. Okay? Usually, these are crackles are present if there are mucus. No? Unlike wheezes, dito, if there is narrowing of the airway, yung kung may inflammation yan, nagkakaroon ka ng wheezing. Okay? The obstruction is caused by the narrowing of the airway itself. Pero in your crackles, the obstruction there is caused by mucus. Ano? So, nagkakaroon ka ng crackles. Yung rarat natin. So, your answer there should be letter A. Number 59. A nurse is assessing breath sound. Where would you place the diaphragm of the stethoscope to listen to the apex of the lungs? Of course, letter D, just below the clavicle. Okay? The apex or top of the lungs is located just below the clavicle. Kasi, okay? So, you're assessing the left lung. Of course, left clavicle siya, ha? Left clavicle. Number 60. While auscultating patient's breath sound, the nurse notes continuous musical sound. O ano yung musical sound natin? These are documented, which of the following? So you go to your number 58. Musical sound, sabi. Ay, number 57 yata yun. So, musical sound. So, these are wheezes. Okay? Wheezes, continuous musical sound heard in the chest. Number 61. What would the nurse ask the patient to do when auscultating the lungs? Okay? So, usually, when you were having your physical assessment, ito po yung sinasabi ng doktor, okay? Take a slow deep breaths through your mouth. That is letter C. Why? Because while auscultating the lungs, the patient should take a slow deep breath to allow adequate time for air to go into the lungs. Okay? Breathing through the mouth amplifies the sound. It amplifies, it makes the sound louder so that it will be more accessible. Okay, and it is of course it is easier to hear. Okay, number 62. When percussing normal lungs, the expected percussion note would be when percussing normal lungs, the expected percussion note would be resonance. It is expected. This is your normal finding. It should be resonant. Okay? In palpating the axilla, which of the following is not a correct technique? Is not a correct technique. So, hold the client's elbow on one hand, nakaganyan. Is that correct? Yes, of course. Yan. Nakaganyan siya, oh. It's correct. You hold it, di ba? Then, the next one, if nodes are present, note the shape, mobility, and consistency. Of course, that is correct. That is correct. It is one of the goal of your palpating axilla to check for nodes. You check the shape and is it mobile or not. And of course, the consistency. Letter C, using the 3 fingertips of your hand. Yan. Of course, that is correct. Hindi po ganyan, ha? Ganyan lang po. Ganyan. Hindi ganyan. Okay? And letter D, palpate high into the axilla, moving upward against the ribs to feel the central nodes. Of course, that is not the case. So the answer there is letter D. Why? Palpate high into the axilla, moving upward against the ribs. Hindi po siya upward, di ba? Papunta siya ng baba. So downward po siya. Okay? So it should be downward. Number 64. When palpating the breast and temperature, elasticity, tenderness, and presence of masses by doing the following except. Okay? When palpating the breast for temperature, elasticity, tenderness, and presence of masses by doing the following except. Make sure your hands are warm. Oh, are you doing that? Of course. Okay, so that's correct. Using flat pads of 3 fingers? Of course, that's correct. Palpate the breast using in a circular pattern? Yes, you have circular. What else? You have wedge method and you have your vertical method. Diba? Tatlo, circular, wedge, and vertical. Palpate the breast from nipples to the areola down to the tail of spence. No, hindi po siya pala sa loob magsisimula. You will start at the outer part, right? Outer part. From the tail of spence going to your nipples and areola. So the answer there is letter D. Okay. When assessing, number 65, when assessing the breast of the client seated, arms at the side, which of the following abnormal findings are you looking for? Assessing the breast at when assessing the breast of the client seated, arms at the side. Anong i-check mo? Prominence of skin pores. Okay? Prominence of skin pores. Yan yung ina-assess natin. Number 66. Rationally, while the client's position is supine, arms at the side with knees slightly flexed during abdominal position. Okay? So, of course, to relax the abdominal muscle. Okay? Sorry. Number 66, rationale while patient position in supine. Okay, arms at the side while knees slightly flexed during abdominal position. Okay, except, of course, except letter A, ano? Except letter A. So, you do this to relax the abdominal muscles. Okay? Uh, you do this again to provide more accurate result so that the patient will not increase bowel movement. Huh? And of course, to make palpation easier. So your answer there is letter A because if the patient is not flexed or the hips is extended, this can increase bowel sound or bowel movement. So if you increase bowel movement, your result is not accurate anymore. Okay? May except kasi dyan, no? Ito, except. So your answer there is letter A. Number 67, the forehead is one part by temperature is checked. The nurse uses which part of the hand in noting the temperature? The dorsum. Ito. The dorsum of the hand. Ito po. Hindi po yung palms. Hindi po yung finger pads. And not also the ball of your ulna. Hindi po to. So the answer there is letter A. The dorsum of your hands. Number 68, to assess skin turgor, the nurse shows understanding of the procedure if she does which of the following action. Okay? Assess the skin turgor. Paano? So, answer there is letter A. Time the return of the skin into place. So, the normal is 1 to 2 seconds. Okay? So, ganyan. Ginaganyan mo. Okay, kung may tenting, ibig sabihin, after releasing and still, the position of the skin is there, ano? After 2 to 3 seconds, possible that there is a problem in in the patient. So, possibility that the patient is dehydrated because of the skin turgor is above 2 to 3, above 2 seconds or 3 seconds and above yung kanyang skin turgor. Okay? Number 69, a client is to undergo physical assessment. However, the client doesn't seem to cooperate enough. The client is uncooperative. In order to relieve problems regarding non-cooperative patients, which among the choices should the nurse do? Okay, ang magagawa mo lang dyan is explain the purpose of the procedure. Okay? Pag hindi pa rin niya papagawa, ipasign mo siya, ano? Pasign mo siya. So parang against medical advice. Place the client in a comfortable position, that is for comfort. Tell the client to keep still so as to finish the procedure quickly. Okay, of course, the patient will not keep still since the patient nga is not uncooperative. Okay, so the best, like this one, letter C, give time for the client to undress. The patient will not undress because he doesn't know the purpose of the procedure. So your answer there should be letter D. Okay. Number 70, a 2-year-old boy was brought to the ER. ER is emergency room by the parents. The mother reported that her son playfully placed a small bean inside the ear, left ear. Okay. So yan. So this is common in children. As the nurse, as the emergency room nurse, the instrument appropriate for her to use, which of the following? Of course, hindi yan stethoscope. That is for checking your pulse. What else? Checking the lung sound. Ophthalmoscope, that is to check for the eyes. Okay? Ear speculum, wala po yata tayong ear speculum. So we have what your otoscope. Okay? Ang meron tayo, vaginal speculum tsaka anal speculum. So your answer there is letter A. So number 71, the nurse examines the neck by palpating and auscultating the thyroid gland. To observe for the movement of the thyroid structures, the nurse stays in front of the client and the nurse examines the neck by palpating and auscultating the thyroid gland. To observe for the movement of the thyroid structure, the nurse stays in front and ayun, yung parang sa previous answer natin. Okay, letter C. Observe for thyroid structures as the patient swallows without water. Okay, pwedeng with water or without water. Number 72, if the patient has lesion on the skin, the nurse characterize this by doing which of the following? Of course, inspection yan. And palpation. You try to palpate kung elevated din ba yung lesion sa skin niya. Okay, or there are lumps under the skin. Okay, so you do inspection and palpation. Number 73, the patient is admitted with vomiting, okay, after eating a buffet. You need to assess his skin turgor, okay, as a sign of dehydration. How should you proceed? No-brainer again. A, okay, letter A. So, to evaluate the skin turgor, gently squeeze the skin on the forearm or sternum. Kung hindi pwede po dyan, lalo na pag mga pedja and older adults, sa forehead po, ha? Forehead. Kasi pag mga senior citizen, adult na, I mean senior lang pala, di ba? Parang the skin turgor is really not that normal because of the wrinklings. Okay, may mga wrinkles niyan. So it's better pag sa forehead o kaya dito sa part ng side of your abdomen. Okay? To check for your skin turgor. Number 74. So your answer ng 73 is letter A. Okay? Evaluate the skin turgor by gently squeezing the skin of the forearm or the sternum. Number 74. A patient comes to the emergency department complaining of right lower quadrant. Baka appendicitis to. And nausea, which his temperature is 38.2. How should you proceed with this assessment? Of course, yung assessment natin is, yung mnemonics for that is IAP, inspection, auscultation, percussion, and palpation. So your answer there is letter B. Okay, number 75. The doctor orders daily measurement of abdominal girth of a 35-year-old patient with GI bleeding. Upper GI bleeding or tinatawag din, pag makita nyo sa ospital, UGIB. UGIB, U-G-I-B. UGIB refers to upper GI bleeding. Okay? At which point of the abdomen should you take your assessment or your measurement? Of course, yan. When assessing, letter D yan. When measuring the abdominal girth, you should measure the abdomen at its fullest point. Doon sa pinakamataas na point. Okay? At its fullest point. So, letter D. Okay? So that you have to be more accurate. Number 76, as you assess your patient's skin, you notice a number of small firm, round, raised lesions in the body. You should chart this as C. Papules are small raised circumscribed solid lesion. Letter C. Papules po yan. Number 77. A 50-year-old patient who underwent a right-sided thoracotomy 2 days ago. Thoracotomy. Okay, complaints of nausea. You perform an abdominal assessment. Which sound would you hear when percussion over the dense tissue? Dense yung tissue, ano? So magkakaroon ka ngayon ng flatness. Okay? Kasi letter C, when percussing over a dense tissue such as muscle, you should expect to hear flatness. Okay? Lalo na pag, especially if you're going to percuss at the back, especially at the mga scapula natin, just above the muscles, okay, you will now hear flatness. Okay? Yan. Now, for number 78, before the beginning of physical examination to make the patient more comfortable, what should be done first? Okay? What should be that offer? Parang nasabi na natin yan kanina, offer the patient to empty his or her bladder. Number 79, a 28-month-old child with severe diarrhea is admitted upon assessment. The child is feverish, has dry lips and irritable. What is your nursing priority admission? Okay, of course, assess for hydration status because that is under your circulation, di ba? Circulation. That is under your circulation kasi dehydrated yung pasyente natin. So the most critical part upon admission is the hydration status of the patient. While all the answers are correct and important, but the first objective is the hydration of the child. Okay? Number 80, you were assigned to a patient. Upon assessment, the patient elicited Homan sign. Ano po ang Homan sign? Ha? What is Homan sign? Ito yung pain in your calf muscle. Okay? What is the nursing priority using the assessment? Okay? Nursing priority natin is letter B, venous return. Okay? Venous return. Prevent thrombophlebitis. Okay? A sign that the patient suffers from thrombophlebitis called Homan sign. Okay? The other goals are not well indicated in the assessment. Kasi encourage fluid electrolyte balance and please take note that thrombophlebitis, ito yung kasali to dun sa yung calf muscle nyo is actually inflamed. Okay? So this is a peripheral vascular disease or disorder. You will take this one in your higher years, in your third year. So, ayun, promote or encourage good circulation. How would you do your circulation? Ganyan mo, oh. Tayo ka, ganyan yun. Ito yun, no? Ito ganyan. Tapos, ginagano mo yung paa mo. Yan, promoting good circulation. So, this is a feet, ah. Ito yung ankle. So, gagawa ka na ngayon ng, you make a plantar flexion motion. Okay? To promote circulation. Number 81, the client has a small area of skin that no longer discriminates between the sensation of temperature and touch. This finding indicates an abnormality in which skin layer. Okay, so the answer here is your dermis. Okay, letter C. The dermis or the dermal layer of the skin contains sensory nerve that transmits sensation of touch, pressure, temperature, pain, and itch. So, just below your epidermis is your dermis, ha? Diyan po yung mga pain receptors natin, your touch receptors, your temperature receptors. Okay? So, the receptors, sensation receptors are found in your dermis. Number 82. So, that's letter C. Number 82. You observe a yellow-tinged sclera in the with dark skin. Based on this observation, what is your best action? So your best action is, anong best action natin dito? Of course, you need to assess muna, ha? Kung may mga ganyang problema, there are problems, you see the choices, you look at the choices. What should you do? Are you going to assess? You should always assess first. Okay? You should always assess first before doing an intervention. Assess mo muna tayo. That's why yung letter C is assessment, right? Is notifying the physician assessment or intervention dun sa letter D? No, that is intervention. That is not assessment. Okay? Although examine the soles of the feet of the client, pero ang sinasabi dito is the yellow tint sclera of the skin. Okay? So, and of course, in your assessment, this is not normal if there is yellow tint sclera on the client. So, basically, ito, you are checking the eyes. Ano? Kung merong ganyan, it is an indication of jaundice. Jaundice is the yellow discoloration of your sclera or the different parts of your body. Why? That is due to not your bile is not being, or your bilirubin is not being excreted. Okay? They are just in free flowing in the different parts of your body. Supposedly bilirubin from your spleen, okay? Yung red blood cell kasi na namatay, pupunta yan sa liver, magiging bilirubin. Okay? Tapos i-convert yan na bile, tapos yung iba may excrete. So, if it is not being excreted, they will be deposited into the different parts of your body, ano? I mean, they'll be free flowing in your body. That's why it makes a yellow discoloration on your skin. Kaya nga, yung mga tae nyo tsaka ihi nyo, kulay yellow yan due to your bilirubin. Okay? So, anong answer natin dito? Letter C. Okay? The nurse can best observe jaundice in a client with dark skin by inspecting the oral mucosa, especially the hard palate for yellow discoloration. Sclera may have subconjunctival fats deposit that show a yellow hue. Foot calluses may appear yellow. So not all na pag i-check mo yung foot, hindi naman lahat, it may lang appear yellow. But the best answer here is inspection of your mucosa and hard palate to check kung meron ding discoloration, yellow discoloration. Number 83, what is the best site for you to assess skin turgor of an adult client when the client is in a supine position? Of course, yung kanyang D. Di ba? Sinabi kanina, yung forehead tsaka yung sternum. Di ba? Forehead and sternum. Pwede rin, pero pwede rin dun sa side. Side na sinasabi ko, side of your abdomen. So your answer there is letter D. Number 83 is letter D. Number 84, the patient Harry has elevated body temperature. Nurse Ladian assess patient Harry and finds skin flush and very warm. The client is oriented to person, place, time, and expresses severe fatigue. What would be the most appropriate action by Nurse Ladian at this time? Ano? Flush skin yan. Flush skin, tapos mainit siya and very warm. So you remove the blanket. Okay? Before, kung medyo febrile ang pasyente natin, ang ginagawa ng parents, kinukumutan pa siya. You are parang binabalot pa ng jacket. That is not correct. That's why it was corrected by the Department of Health. Kasi noon naman, hindi masyadong nagsa-circulate ang health education. Lalo na sa community. Kaya ang ginagawa dyan is binabalutan nag-fever na nga, binabalutan pa, kaya lalong iinit. So what we need to do is remove the blanket and let the patient drink fluid. Hindi naman yung malamig na tubig. Yung room temperature na tubig ba? Okay? So your answer there is letter B. Number 85, during a comprehensive assessment, the primary technique used by the nurse throughout the examination is, naulit mo nan, A, D, inspection. Number 86, these are symptoms, perception, feeling that can be described only by the person experiencing it. Describe. That is your subjective data. Yung na-experience ng kung anong sinabi ng patient, di ba? Like for example, kung nanganak yung patient, oha, as the baby verbalized by the baby, oha. So objective data, what you have observed, di ba? Hindi galing sa pasyente. Subjective, it came from the patient. So your answer there is letter A. Okay. The nurse informed, number 87, the nurse informs the physical therapy department that the client is too weak to use a walker and needs to be transported by wheelchair. Which step of the nursing process is the nurse engaged at this time? Of course, letter C, implementation. Okay? Because the nurse is responsible for coordinating the plan of care with the other disciplines to ensure the patient's safety. Okay? The action represents the implementation phase of the nursing process. Data gathering across data gathering naman during assessment yan, di ba? Goal setting occurs during planning, and determining the attainment of client's goal occurs during the evaluation. So, implementing na yan. Kasi gagamit ka na dyan ng wheelchair. Number 88. Which of the following items of the subjective data would be documented in the medical record by the nurse? If the patient is feeling of nausea by the patient. Yan. Feeling of nausea by the patient. So, yung A, B, and C, those are objective data. Okay? Yung pale, yung nakikita ng nurse. Reports client refused lunch. O yan, objective yan. Lymph nodes are palpable. Okay? It is done by the medical practitioner. Number 89. This refers to a rapid assessment performed in life-threatening situations. Okay? That is your emergency. From the term itself, life-threatening, emergency agad yan. Ha? Emergency na yan. Okay. Number 90. The nurse is checking auditory functioning of her client. She places the tuning fork at the middle of the client's head by striking it with the back of the hand. This procedure is known as your Weber's test yan. Weber's test. Tapos Rhine's test, yun yung ginagamitan niya ng tuning fork pero sa side of the ears. Now, your Romberg's test is checking for, that is assessment in your abdomen. Okay? Your Blanche test, Google nyo na yan. Hindi ako familiar. Number 92. Upon auscultating the abdomen, which finding should be reported to the physician? Auscultating, ha? Okay? So, bruit. Meron kang bruit sa over the aorta. Okay? In order for absence of bowel sounds to be considered abnormal, they must be silent 3 to 5 minutes. Continuous bowel sounds are heard over the ileocecal valve. Following meals, bowel sounds are more commonly irregular than are regular. By Cozier daw yan. And ito, bruit over the aorta. Paano nagkakaroon ng aorta doon sa abdomen? Of course, ito yung inferior, di ba? Ito yung branch ng aorta natin, yung inferior vena cava. Kung meron kang bruit that is abnormal. Possible na you have, what do you call this? Aneurysm. You know what aneurysm is? Yung biglang enlargement of the diameter of the blood vessel. Parang nagbalon yung blood vessel mo. Okay? So, which means if there is ballooning, the wall of the blood vessel is now compromised. It is weaker. So that is risk. The patient's aneurysm is at risk of rupture. So that is very, very much detrimental because since it is in your inferior vena cava, which is a part of your aorta, okay, it is a very big blood vessel. The patient might die of bleeding or hypovolemic shock in that case. Okay? So, ang answer natin dito, ano bang number? O, letter A, bruit over the aorta. So, kailangan i-report natin yan sa physician. Ha? Okay, baka the patient will be subjected for surgery or more diagnostic procedures. Number 93, the nurse is unable to locate the client's popliteal pulse during the routine examination. What should the nurse appropriate next step? Saan po yung popliteal pulse natin? That is just below the, at the back of the knee joint. Diba? Okay. So, answer natin, A daw. Okay? Check for your pedal pulse, which is more distant than your popliteal. Okay? So, i-check nyo yun. Yung, alam nyo yun, yung pedal pulse natin, that is the ventral part of your ankle. So, if this is your feet, dito. Dito. Okay, alam nyo yan. Number 94, which of the following represents expected findings during assessment of the older adult? Which of the following represents expected findings during older adult? Of course, yung kwan natin yan, vision ang problema. Okay? Visual acuity, because in adults, visual acuity often lessens as you age. Okay? So letter B. And what else? Facial hair is likely to become coarser. The sense of smells becomes less accurate. The respiratory rate and rhythm are irregular. However, both may change quickly with activity and be slow to return for revisiting level. So yung answer natin dito is letter B. Ha? B. Number 95. Research show that the most effective infection control procedure is natural. Hand washing yan. Importante. Hand washing pa rin yan. Hand washing ng hand washing. Okay? Number 96. Research shows that the most effective infection procedure, 96. Ay, 95. 96. Lindinger theory of cultural care diversity specifically addresses A. Of course, yan yung caring for client from unique cultures. Okay? Leninger's cultural care diversity and universality theory states that care is the essence of nursing and the dominant distinctive and unifying feature of nursing. Human caring varies among the culture in its expression, process, and patterns. Okay? So, wala tayong magawa sa mga theories na yan. Yan ang sinabi nila. Number 97, Maslow hierarchy of needs. Ano? Hierarchy of... Okay? Anong answer natin dito? Of course, yung ating physiological needs, which is air, water, and food. Letter D. Yun yung physiological needs natin. Number 98, which theory begins with conception and continue through the death? Ang dali-dali naman yan. Of course, yan yung letter C, human growth and development. No-brainer yan. Okay, letter C. Number 99, knowledge of this assists nurses in understanding and predicting the client's behavior, including use of healthcare system and adherence to recommended therapies. So that is your health and wellness theoretical model. Okay? Health and wellness theoretical model. And lastly, to practice in today's health system, nurse needs a strong scientific knowledge based from nursing and other disciplines such as physical, social, and behavioral science. This is an example of your, that is your letter D, interdisciplinary theories, because knowledge from other disciplines such as physical, social, and behavioral science includes relevant theories that explains the phenomena. Okay? So that is for your 51 to 100. Okay? So the others will be given by the other clinical instructors. Okay. Thank you very much po. Have a nice day ahead.